Hello guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel Programming with Gautam. So today I'll be showing you about Paginator. So what is this Paginator? So Paginator is nothing but like you go into different websites and you have different I'll go to Flipkart here. Flipkart, and when I go to Flipkart I have something called a search bar here. In the search bar I'll search for uh, iPhone here. So in iPhone, I've got different varieties of iPhone, that is, different models that I've got here. After that, you can see this is the first URL that I've got here. And after that, when I scroll down, the contents of that particular page are completed, and I have the page numbers here. So when I click on the second page number, you see the complete URL will be same, and something will be added in the last. A page number will be added in the last, as you can see. As you can see, the URL was till here, gives us the first page. I'm copying it and pasting it here and showing you. So this is the first page that we already got when we are in the first page here. After that, the extra content that we have is and page equals to 2. So when we move to the page 2, we got this particular thing. So for example, I want to move to page number 4737. So without putting next multiple times, if I go here and just change this to page number 2, 4737, and press enter, it is not showing me anything because that page doesn't exist. Okay guys, so there are about only 30 to 40 pages that exactly exist with Flipkart. So let me show them to you. So we are in page number 10 here, then 15 here, then 20 here, 25, 30. So page number 30 is not available, as you can see. It is showing us an error there when I go to page number 30. So I'll go to page number 29 in this 29. So in page number 29 also we do not have any content here. 28, 27, 26. So page number 25 is the maximum page that we have here, guys. After that, we do not have any content from 26 page number here. So but it is still showing us there. So I will show you how to do this page number kind of thing in a Django project now. Okay. So for that, I have created a model called a student model here in the models.py, and I have given the name ID number as the auto field, which is by default assigned by the Django. Then I have taken the name, which is the max length of that name is 100 characters, and the course the student has registered. We can also add another field here. So let me add another field here after the course. Mobile underscore number equals to models dot integer field. Okay. So in similarly in views we also have in the index.html we need to add another field here. I'll just do a thing here. Then I'll take this as number. Okay, and this as mobile number, name as T3 here. Similarly, we need to fetch this in this views and send it to the database here. So here I'll be saving another field called as comma mobile number equals to request dot post dot get T3. So we need to change this the name of this. Yeah, we have changed it here. Then after that, we'll be also be showing the mobile number of that particular student here. Control D, while I'll take it completely in caps, guys. So the width is 50 enough. Similarly, Control D, x dot while underscore number. Okay. So now, yeah, I'll be showing you about all these things. Before I show that, I'll make migrations and migrate here. Python manage dot by make migrations. Okay. Oh, I wrote make spelling wrong here. Yeah, make migrations is done successfully. Similarly, migrate. Yeah, now successfully I've made migrations and migrate is successful. You can see the database is available here now. So when I run this particular project, I have a URL called as index and save employee. So when I run this particular project, I have to go to this particular URL /index. Okay, so this is the page we have got here, but it is not showing us in a proper way because we have done some mistake at some point. Yeah, this call span should be 4 because we have also taken this particular thing here, and also the call span for this should be 4 here. So then it will look in a proper way here. Okay, so as I've already told you that designing takes a lot of time, guys. So now I'm entering the first student name as Vikas, course as Python, mobile number as 9876543210, save. And another student is Vijay, course as Django, mobile number as 9876543211, save. Okay, another student as Gautam, React, mobile number as 9876543211, 3222. Yeah, 3222. Save. So you can see we have got this second page only when I entered the third user. So per page we are showing 2 results here. If I change this to 3 and then refresh it here, you'll be able to see 3 results here. If I change it to 7 and show the results here, it will show 7 results here. So let me enter some default values here. Okay, this is the 4th user. 5th user is some random person, that is again PWG AWS 854712566869. Okay, save. So this is the 5th person that we got here, and the 7th person in is George, course as Python again, and the mobile number is 78945612330. Okay, 6th person is available here. Then the 7th person is Kumar. He has taken REST framework. Mobile number is 69852147753. Save. So this is the 7th person that we have here. Now I'll enter the last person, that is the 8th person. I'll enter Kishore, course as Python, and mobile number 69854471230. Save. So the moment we entered the 8th number, we have got that we have got the second page option here, because per page only we have 7 characters, 7 fields. So per page we only have 7 fields here. That is the reason we have got that option there. Okay. So in the similar way, how did I do this and how is that possible? Let me show you now. So before I do explain you, let me show you that in URLs I have taken 2 different URLs. That is the index URL to display the values and all, the save student URL to save the data. Okay. Now in views.py I have imported this paginator. As you can see, I have imported this paginator. I have taken the all the values from student model.objects.all. From the student models I have taken all objects and assigned it to result variable. Then I have taken a page number equals to result request.get p number, and pg equals to page narrator result, and this page narrator takes 2 attributes, that is the data that should be shown and the number of values in each page. So if I change this to 2 here and then refresh this particular page, you can see each page will have 2 values only here, 1, 2, 3, 4, and this previous will work only if we are not in the first page, and this next will come only if we are not in the last page here. Okay. How did I do that? Also I'll be showing you. If page number is to page equals to pg dot page of page number. So else if there is no particular page number that we have here, we are by default taking the page number as 1 here. Okay. So how did I do it in index.html? Let me show you now. So in index.html I am showing the complete data here. I am taking the complete data here, and I am taking a call span as 4, and if data that has previous, then if this has previous any page or any page number, then this previous will be appeared. If there is no previous page number, that I have already shown you, like if we are in the first page, there is no previous page number, so it will not show the previous here. That is the condition that I have written for if that previous page number. Okay. In the similar way, if data has any particular page number, that it will count the number of data and it will accordingly show us the page numbers here. If it is automatically changing, if we change the number of values in that particular page. So if I change this to 4 and then refresh this particular page, it is automatically changing to 2 pages here. Okay. That is the condition that we have given here. Okay. If the for loop, that is for the number of page numbers that will appear there. Okay. If for the next condition that we have given is if there is any next page. So for example, if we are in the last page and there is no next page after that, then it will not show the next value here, as you can see. So for that is the condition that I have given here. Okay. So how did I do this? So with the help of the paginator and all, we are able to do this in an easy way. As you can see, if we are in the first page number, we are getting the page number as 1 here. So if we are in the second page number, we are getting the page number as 2 here. So let me change this to 2 here and show you the different page numbers. So I'll refresh it here. Currently we are in the second page number here, as you can see. So if I click on the third page number, you can see the value here changes automatically. And when I go hover on the third page number, you can see the hyperlink that is appearing here. You can see the hyperlink that is appearing here is page number equals to 2 here. If I hover on the page number 4, it is appearing page number 4 there. So when I click on page number 3, it will be redirecting us to page number 3. When I click on page number 4, it will show us the page number 4 values here. Okay, this is how the paging is done. Okay guys, so hope you have understood guys. If you have understood, please like, share and subscribe to my YouTube channel Programming with Gautam. Thank you.